Good day, Mom. I'm Marisa Amero and I'm Group A, and our topic is calculating a correlational coefficient. So, in terms of calculations, first we'll begin with calculating the mean of x and the mean of y. So, this is my table, and first we need to find the mean of x and y. So, mean of x. Starting the mean of x, we are going to add all of the x values, so which is mauna siyang 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And we are going to divide by the number of values. So ang number of values each is kaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Muna siya. So mean of x equals open parentheses, then i-add jud ni siya tanan ang x values. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 divided by 5. Mean of x equals 30 divided by 5 equals 6. Mo ni siya ka ng kuan. The total gives us a mean of 6. Then proceed ta sa mean of y, which is maulang gihapon ng atong buhaton. I-add na to ang value sa y, then i-divide sa number of values. So 10 plus 8 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 divided by number of values sa y. Mean of y, total of 35 divided by 5 equals 7. So the total gives us a mean of 7. So a mean of y equal which is total number 6, and mean of y equals 7. So muna siya.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ella May Amarga. I am going to report on how to compute a division score. So, calculating a correlation coefficient. Number 2, we need to calculate division score for each variables. So, division score subtract the mean from each value. They are called division score because they indicate how far each value deviates or departs from the mean. So the mean of x is 6 and the mean of y is 7. Value of my x are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And the value of the y are 10, 8, 4, 6, and 7. Get the division score of x and y, we will going to subtract the value of x and y to the mean. So we will going to start with the value of x. So x minus mean of x. So 2 minus 6 equals negative 4. 4 minus 6 equals negative 2. 6 minus 6 equals 0. 8 minus 6 equals 2. 10 minus 6 equals 4. So, we will going to proceed in the y minus mean of y. So, 10 minus 7 equals 3. 8 minus 7 equals 1. 4 minus 7 equals negative 3. 6 minus 7 equals negative 1. And 7 minus 7 equals 0.
Okay, number 3. After finding division scores, so we need to square each of these values. We square each of the division scores because it gets rid of the negative numbers. So, meanings, mawa yung mga negative numbers. So, sayo na kayo ang pag-add niya. Okay. So, the division scores of x are the following: negative 4, negative 2, 0, and 2, and 4. So, para ma-read na to ang negative number o negative values ato is square ang tagsa-tagsa nila. So, negative 4 squared. So, negative 4 times negative 4 equals to 16. Negative 2 squared equals to 4. 0 squared equals to 0. 2 squared equals to 4. And 4 squared equals to 16. And for the y division scores, the same process for the division scores of x. Substitute its result. And that's the result.
Calculating a correlation. Next, we need to add up the squared values. Technically speaking, we call this the sum of squared deviation score, or SS. This is the example. To get the mean of x, I added all this number to get the sum of 40. And to get the sum of mean of y, I do the same. I add the number, all this number, to get the sum of 20.
Calculating a correlation coefficient. So, calculating a correlation. So, in 5. So, finally, we will need to find what are called cross products. So, cross products just multiply the two division scores together. So, samtong division scores matong sa kani division scores guys sa x minus mean of x, and for y is minus mean of y. So as you can see, the mean x has already solved. So ang mean x na to ani, mean of x is 6, and the mean of y is 7. So as you can see, the division score is 2 minus 6 equals to negative 4. As the previous calculation, so as you can see, these are the results. So let's proceed to the sum of product SP, or sum of product or SP. So cross products. So just multiply the division of the both. So ang division score sa x kay negative 4, ang division score sa y is 3. So negative 4 times 3 equals to negative 12. So nganong negative man kay naay negative siya. If you multiply negative and positive, the result always negative. Bisan pag magbali siya baka positive, multiply ni mag negative, always negative yun na siya kay multiplication man. So next, the division score is negative 2 of x, and for y is 1. So negative 2 times 1. Negative 2 times 1 equals to negative 2. Next is 0 and negative 3. So division score of x is 0 and division score of y is negative 3. So anything bisan pag positive basta siya, bisan pag negative, anything basta multiply kag 0 is always the result is always 0. So proceed. Division score of 2 of x is 2, and division score of y is negative 2. So 2 times negative 1 equals negative 2. And the last is the division score of x is 4 multiplied by division score of y is 0. So equals 0. 4 times 0 equals 0. So as you can see, the goal find is P, or sum of products. So sum of gross products. So ang gross product na to, mo na siya kaning negative 12, something. Negative 12, negative 2, 0, negative 2, and 0. So simply just add all of it. So SP equals negative 12 plus negative 2 plus 0 plus negative 2 plus 0. SP plus sum of product is equals to negative 16. So 16 na ay mo kalibog. Okay, next, since the so calculating, now we have all the values to calculate Pearson's R. So since the phone didn't handle the equation, so I'm just going to write it. Wait. Okay, now we have all the values to calculate Pearson's R. So recall, so ang formula sa Pearson's R kay R equals SP, or sum of products, over the square root of sum of squared S double S means the sum of the squared division score. So double S sub x times the square root of the sum of the squared division score sub y. Okay. So recall the following values. So equals to 40, and sum of the squared division score sub y equals to 20, and the sum of product equals to negative 16. So therefore R equals to negative 16 the square root of x 40 times the square root of 20. So how many? So what is the multiply. So first, okay, 40 times 20, so multiply 40 times 20 equals, bring down 0, do 0 bring down, so 2 times 4 equals to 8, so 800. So let's proceed. Equals negative 16 over the square root of 800. So what is the square root of 800? Okay, so since it's the square root of 800, so taas man kayo yung process, so let's use scientific calculator. So the square root of 800, so the result is 28.284271244746. So taas kayo, so ato lang pamubon. So 28.28 28. Okay, so the square root of 800 is equivalent to 28.28. Okay, so negative 16 divided by 28.28. So, and also we use as scientific calculator. Okay, for faster, so para madali, ato lang gamitag kuan scientific calculator. So, negative 16, 16, okay. Pare, okay, negative, negative 16, over 28.28. Okay, so, ang atong answer kay negative 0.56 or ato lang iranop. So, mahimo na siya 0.57. So, the R is negative 0.57. Okay. So, therefore, the value of persons R is negative 0.57.
Good morning, Mom. My name is Debian D. Barangel from BSIT 2B. My topic is Correlation Analysis using Spearman Row from Group A. Correlation, used to measure the degree of relationship between two variables. Examples: number of hours studying and final grade. Students' grade in PC212 and CC214L. Hours of playing Mobile Legends and grade in English. Types of correlations. 1. Pearson product moment correlation. Pearson R. 2. Spearman rank correlation. Rho or R sub S. Spearman rank correlation. Problem. The following are the grades of second-year students in PC212 and in CC214L. Students A. PC212 grade 84, CC214L grade 85. Student B. PC212 75, CC214L 80. Student C. PC212 80, CC214L 76. Student D. PC212 83, CC214L 84. Student E. PC212 81, CC214L 86. At 0.01 significance level, can we conclude that there is a significant correlation between the grades of students in PC212 and in CC214L? Our N is 5 because there are 5 samples. Step 1. Construct the null and alternative hypothesis. HO, R sub S, is equal to 0, null, which means there is no correlation between grades in PC212 and in CC214L. HO, R sub S, is not equal to 0, alternative, which means there is a correlation between grades in PC212 and in CC214L. Step 2. State the level of significance. 0.01.
So step 3, calculate the degrees of freedom. So df equals n minus 2. So the value of n is 5 minus 2 equals to 3. So muna siya atan df. Now determine the critical value of T or T critical. So unsaon na to pagkuha sa T critical? So adto ta sa table. So ang ato ang kuan DF is 3. Ano siya 3? So ang ato ang level of significance is 0.01. Therefore 5.841 is our T critical.
So step 4. Compute for the value of Spearman row or R sub S. So here's the given grade for PC12 and CC214 lab. So Rx is stand for rank of X. Then Ry is stand for rank of Y. So in order to get the Rx or the rank of X, you only look at the PC212 subject PC212, which is the X, and then arrange it, locate the highest grades, and then make it the 1. So 84 is the 1, 83 is 2, then 81 is 3, 80 is 4, then 75 is 5. So same also with the rank of Y. 24531 is their ranking. Then for the D, you only have to minus the Rx and the Ry. So 1 minus 2 is negative 1, 5 minus 4 is 1, 4 minus 5 is negative 1, then 2 minus 3 is negative 1, and 3 minus 1 is 2. So for the D squared, you only have to multiply it, then all the answer of D squared is all positive, even D is negative. So 1 times is equal to 1, positive 1 or positive 1, then so on. Then the summation of D squared is 8, which is here. Then let's move on to the R sub S. So the formula is R sub S is equals to 1 minus 6 to the summation of D squared over N times N squared minus 1. So substitute the number Rs 1 minus 6, bring down the 6, then summation of 8, summation of D squared, summation of D squared is 8, then N is 5, then 5 squared minus 1.
So good day everyone, I am Good Katrina and I'm going to discuss to you the step number 5. So, how to calculate the t-value then determine the decision. So, mao ni ang atong uh, mao ni ang atong formula sa t-value. Then, erase t-value. Then, t-value equals, ang atong RSS 0.6, na 0.6, na siya sa step 4. Na siya sa step 4, dayan. Ang atong N is 5, kay 5 man to correspondence, minus 2. Then, 1 minus parenthesis 0.6 gyapon. Then, to the power of 2. So, i-calculate na ni mo tanan, ang answer would be 1.3. Then, how to determine the decision? So, i-compare na nato si t-value og si critical value. And note, always compare absolute value. So, mag-compare na ta. Atong t-value is 1.3 and ang critical value is 5.841 and atong critical value is makita ni siya sa step number 3. Dayon, then mag-compare ta og kisay dako nila. So mao ni siya. Then so mao na ni siya. Mao ni ang ato ang comparing inequality symbol. So our decision is, do not reject the null hypothesis. So, kung dili ni siya ma-reject, it means kani mo'y ma-reject. So, in this case, our decision is do not reject the null hypothesis. And meaning, kani siya mo'y accepted. Then kaning ubos is rejected. Rejected din nasa ubos. Rejected na siya. So, it means walay relasyon ang grades sa estudyante sa PC212 o sa PC214L. Uy.
So good day, ma'am. I am Mike Kainot from BS82B, Group A. Step 6, state the conclusion. R S equals, so positive siya 0.6. So T value. Din mo ni siya yung formula. Kani muna siya formula. R sub is equals 0.6 and then square root. So ang among n equals 5. Kay 5 man among nakabutang dito nga examples. So 5 minus minus 2 over square root 1 negative, subot nga siya parenthesis kay naman siya negative. Parenthesis 0.6 close then 2. So na siya squared kay ito naman ay squared. R sub So, akong t value is 1.3. So, positive ra siya. So, mag-compare na ta sa t crit and t value. T value. Kung t value is 1.3. And then, akong t crit is 5.8. So, naaman to sa... So, ako ang answer is positive. Then, note, always compute absolute variables. Absolute variables. So, akong take rate is naa siya sa step 3, 5.8. Diba? Ang t-value kay ako lang ni siyang i-negative. And then, to compare kinsa ang dako, akong tangtangon ang negative, so 1.3. My take rate is 5.8. So, mas dako man akong 5.8. So, I will So, compare, mas dako man akong 5.8. So, magbutan ako dira ang So, comparing, so, akong kwan is do not reject the null. So, the t-value or t-crit, mo ni siya ang katong di-compare, then do not reject the null hypothesis. So, mo ni siya rejected. The correlational is moderate, and the accepted is kani. So, ang accepted is kay walay relasyon ang between grades of the students o sa PC212 and CC214 lab. So, akong na-compute nga R sub S equals 0.36. So, the first question is there a relationship between the two variables being tested? So, the answer is there is no significant relationship between grades of the students in PC 212 and CC 214 lab. So, muna siya conclusion. Step 6. Conclusion. So, there is no significant relation between grades of the students in PC 212 and CC 214. So, what degree is the relationship or correlation? So, unsa ang degree or unsa kahabang ilahang correlation? So, the correlation is or relationship, pareha na siya correlation o relationship, is moderate siya. So, mo ni siya conclusion. to the problem. So, positive naman akong R sub S. So, akong gibutang is the positive naman siya 0.36. So, ako is the correlation or relationship is moderate. Kay og negative siya, but nga na to siya diri og negative is negative, moderate, or slight correlation. So, that's all. Thank you for correlation. Muna siya.